think it's going. Ron says he's up. The real my knees hurt says, why am I up? Sleeping pill's not working. What's up, Gary? What's up, Ken? Shaddy's still up. Matthew's still up. So's Juan Blanco. So's Jose. So's John Clack. What shot? Yeah, exactly the extra hour. In 10 minutes, it's going to turn 1 a.m. So, you know, we get the extra hour. Little bit extra. So I don't know how many of you guys were tuning in earlier, but I did a Jesus, hold on. Is that there? Yeah, there it goes. There. That's okay. My coffee, but it was a little wobbly. There's something under it, but I got it. Yo. Hi. So remember earlier I got this little camera, right? Let me go to cam. Down there. See this little camera? So check this out. Check this out. That's a magnet. It's magnetic. And it comes with, see that right there? That's a necklace. It's a medallion, a flat disc medallion you wear under your shirt. It's a goddamn body cam, right? You see that? So like you just set it on your body and you're good. You know what I'm saying? You wear the medallion it's on a chain, goes under your shirt, and then click, you just stick it on. I had no idea. I had no friggin' idea. I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, okay, all right, okay, that's pretty cool. How much is it, you know? I don't know. I was having to, well, I can probably find here. Store. What does it say? What do they say? They've got a few different products. I gotta make sure I'm looking at the right one. Okay. Yeah, so there's no removable... Oh, I dropped it. There's no removable storage with it, right? It doesn't have a card slot in it, as far as I know. It's just you plug it in, or maybe it's even just over a wireless. I don't know. What do they say? Well, that's not the cam. Where's the one I have? Nope. Well, that's the adapter. Oh, right there, new arrival, $299. $299, which is what the friggin' GoPro should be at. They friggin' shot their price up. $299. It's called the Go 2. Yeah. Oh, pretty cool. Yeah, they're showing pictures of them like strapping it to like dogs or like on their shirt, and they go jogging, and I'm sure I'll be doing that. Getting a lot of jogging footage, I'm sure. So it's probably my use case. You know. Anyway. It's funny because if you look at it, there's a huge warning about pacemakers. They're like, do not wear this because it's a strong magnet. They're like, do not wear this if you have a pacemaker. Am I going to Flipside Music? No plans to. There was talk about maybe Vola going out there, but I don't know if it's going to happen. Especially now that we're into November. Probably no one there. It's probably A flat. I'd like to see you looking across the floor. I'd like to see you under the stars above. Can't remember the lyrics. Boogie on reggae woman. And probably to the 5 chord. All dominant 7 chords. Yeah, so it's the 1 chord. It's a 1-4-2-5. All dominant 7s. And A flat, of course. For the horns. And then he goes to the 4 chord. Boogie on reggae woman. No, he goes to the 2. Boogie on reggae woman. There you go. Boogie reggae woman. Then to the 5 chord, and then we turn it all back to the 1. There it is. There you go. So you go to the 2. Nice. Stevie had the riffs. What song is this? Well, that was Boogie. The first one was Boogie on Reggae Woman. All right. I'd like to see us fall deeply in love. I'd like to see you under the stars above. All right, and then the chorus is Boogie on Reggae Woman. The 4 chord, and And then really, you're going to the flat 7, but you're really going to the 5 of this 4. I tell you, Stevie, he pretty good. By the way, I think somebody picked up possibly 61SG for 1250 used. We were looking at. Oh, really? Is it gone? Hold on. Did we get site mapped? Hold on. Okay, all right, here we go. All right, you ready? From earlier tonight. Okay, it's still up. It's still up. Okay, there's the guitar. There it is. I will now refresh the page. And you just got site mapped. Site map. It happens. It happens. Yeah, is it 1 a.m. yet? Oh, no, it's 1:59. It's almost 1 a.m. This is going to end before it starts. No, the terrible fretboard was a different one. That was the cheaper one. The terrible fretboard is this one for $16.99, not $12.49. Right, that's $1,700 instead of $12.50. It's a considerable heft. But this is the one with the crappy board. This one here, but it's got this thing of a doozy instead of the stop tailpiece. It's got the Hoodad. But this one's still here. Let's refresh. Of course. I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, now it's 1 a.m. We're gonna go back in time. There you go. Oh, it's good coffee. Any thoughts on Mike Clark and Paul Jackson? Don't really know them. Paul Jackson sounds familiar. Mike Clark doesn't sound familiar, but Paul Jackson, is he a bass player? Yeah, sucks working at the right with that. That's right, you're stuck at work an extra hour. I'm gonna warm up. Take this wrist. Oh God, I can feel the blood flow already. I don't really know House of Pain. It's a And that's all I really know, because then the chords get really crazy. You know? I gotta check me tuning. How's me tune? How's me tune? Oh yeah, it's actually not that bad. One of these. Oh, you're good. No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Oh, what's out? Somebody's out here a little bit. Just a smidge. Now you're a touch sharp. Gotta give it a sec. Come on. Very, very fine tuning. You're good. Yeah, a touch. Yeah, just a hair. You could be the problem right there. Just a hair. Just a smidge. That's probably good. That sounds pretty good. Get rid of this out of the way here. Make sure I'm not hitting the bar with my knee. Good luck with that. I think it goes to open. Yeah, he was getting really out there. That the '84 album probably his most Holdsworth influenced, I'd say. In case you missed it earlier, we had that camera earlier. Remember I was talking about? It's magnetic. I just think that's cool. It comes with a necklace that you wear. Goes under your shirt. And you wear the camera on the outside. When I figured that out, I was like, oh my God, that actually is a pretty cool feature. But it doesn't look like it takes any media. I think it's a 64 gig internal storage, and you probably have to connect it over Wi-Fi or through an app or something like that. Actually, hold on one second, guys. I gotta fix something beeping over here. Hold on. You can't hear it, but I can hear it. It's making me mental. Hold on. Much better. Yo. Any thoughts on the upcoming EVH Icon amp series? I haven't seen it. Actually, you know what? I have seen it. It's the 5150, right? It's basically is it the PV 5150? Basically, they're basically doing. Is that what it is? I think right. Is that what it is? The 5150? As we like to say, 5150. All right. I have to brace myself. I need some. Hey, I'm already. All right. Not quite there. Still kind of cold. Gotta tell you gotta do a shower. I'll be here. Except like 3 times that speed. I know, and demonetized. So Aljon, I think you were on earlier. That that little cam. Let's go to cam. That little cam. Hold on, where is it? There it is. It's magnetic. It comes. You see that right there? That's a necklace. And you wear it. You wear the necklace under your shirt, and you stick the cam to your shirt, and it's like a body cam. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know how the quality is, and they say it's got all kinds of motion suppression, stabilization. Yeah, thumb cam. I didn't buy the cam. I did a video about a GoPro. I guess that was in September. It was November now. And they saw my video, the company that makes this, and they reached out to me and they're like, "Hey, we saw your GoPro video. We make cams. We'll send you a cam." I'm like, "Send it over, brah. I'll check it out." And I didn't know much about it. I just thought it was like a little cam because they sent the mounts. Because he said, I think they sent the mounts so I could mount it to the guitar. Right, so these little clip-on mounts. And well, I had no idea it was a body cam that, like, you basically wear like a magnetic necklace. It's like a little flat plate that goes under your shirt with all kinds of pacemaker warnings on it. Exactly. Demonized. Demo the necklace? I'm not going to try and put a necklace on. I'm wearing headphones and a guitar strap and, you know, but, and besides, you know what? I'll do an unboxing video. I'll probably make a dedicated video to it. So before I take it and unfurl everything, let me leave it all set up, and I can very easily tuck it back in and do a nice unboxing. I'll do a real video, a dedicated video. Second crotch cam can now be the guitar neck cam. Yeah, I think it can. I think it's got a little mount on here. So, and it, you know, it's a lot smaller and less, you know, obtrusive than the GoPro. That's for sure. I just don't think it's nearly. It doesn't do 4K or 5K. I think 1440p is the best it does, but I'll bet at 1440p it doesn't do much stabilization. I'll bet it's really 1080p, and it's got that extra room. It can do up to 1440, and that extra room is used for the stabilization. So, you know, I'll check. I don't know anything about it. I'll have to check into it, but so far, I got to say, it's got a little promise. You know, until I figured out, I was like, oh, it's a little cam. Whatever, it's a little cam. But the magnetic thing now has me sort of intrigued. I'm like, oh, that is actually pretty cool, and it works with anything magnetic. So, that's good. Exactly. I'll have to do be original. Do a reboxing video. I should have done that on that GoPro, but I never opened the GoPro. I sent it back for a misunderstanding about pricing. I bought the cam, and later in the same day they lowered the price by $50. I'm like, you couldn't even wait a day. Like literally the same day, it was like $50 less. I'm like, no. So I called them up and I was like, can you adjust the price? They were like, no, send the cam back and then just order it at the new lower price. And I was like, well, you're right about one thing. I am going to send the cam back, but I don't think I'm going to reorder it. And besides, I've heard that they've had the overheating issues with it. So, you know, maybe we'll wait till next year, see how they do. A little rush before you go to bed. There you go. If I used the wire stream, I could have Pip. Look at you. Works great at the C20. Yeah, I suppose. But then I'd have to use wire stream. It's annoying. This can't do Pip and Pip? I can't do multiple Pips? I probably could. There's two Pips. There's two Pips right there. That's a screen capture Pip. with screen, live screen. I think I could do it. I could do it. I'll do it. Hey, what's up, Zach? Ow. That's easier. That's harder. Foreigner or Journey? Foreigner. Yeah, see, the problem with Touch Too Much is that's a Bon Scott song, and I have learned that playing Bon Scott songs will get you in trouble with the copyright people. The Bon Scott catalog, way more than the Brian Johnson catalog. Brian, you can play the more modern stuff, I think, with less, because I've fooled around with like Thunderstruck and didn't get a strike. I've done some stuff from like Back in Black and never really got it. But the second I play something from friggin' Highway to Hell or TNT or Power Age, any of those albums, I get 50 European companies coming in saying like, we want a piece of it. Czechoslovakia dips its beak into it. And the Atlanta Rhythm section, I don't think I know any. Jeff's up. R2, R3, what's up, buddy? I gotta warm up. See what happens when you play Oh No, Ride On is one of the worst. God. I don't even want to say it. That and Night Prowler. Both. The Jack. What else have I done? What's Next to the Moon? There's been a few of them. And the other one that always gets me too is Cheap Trick. They seem to track me down like every time, and I don't even have to. Again, no vocalist, no bass, no backing tracks, no nothing. Just me playing a guitar and going through the chords. And they've come after me and said, "That's this song. That's this AC/DC song or this Cheap Trick song." And I'm like, really? They're like, we're treating it as a cover, so we're sharing the money. I'm like, oh, great. So you're sharing part of the $1.63 that we're earning from this video. How much are you taking? Oh, $1 of it. Okay. That's what you're down to. Oh, God. That is tasty. Probably the two. There it is, the one. Yeah, the riffraff earlier, that I'll have to go check. I always forget about riffraff. But I don't think I played the actual riff for riffraff, just the opening. And you wonder if that's just nebulous enough. You know what I'm saying? That they won't. Now they're the Bon Scott stuff. Again, that seems to be the worst. Other than like the Prince or the Eagles, they're particularly bad too. Both of them are. And Zeppelin, God. It's why it's so weird, because sometimes they let stuff go through and other times it depends on who owns it. I guess it varies by album, who they sold the distribution rights of the album to. And I think in the Bon Scott era, they sold it 50 times in 50 countries. And I think maybe later on they got in with maybe larger distribution, so it wasn't so many different individual companies, because they all come out of the woodwork with the Bon Scott stuff. Yeah, Cheap Trick is awesome. God, summer of '79. Working at a pet store, sold mostly fish, some parakeets, hamsters, gerbils, and although by '79 I think we were cutting down on the rodents because they were hard to maintain, doing more fish, which was an easier keep, and that summer it was "I Want You to Want Me" by Cheap Trick, and Toto, "Hold the Line." You know, love is it always on time. Those two songs were just tearing up the airwaves. The live from Budokan, "I Want You to Want Me," and Toto's "Hold the Line." I just remember those two songs friggin' killing it. Lonely as the Night. So Lonely as the Night is a play on open strings. I don't know if I can show it on the... Right? Right? That's like... So that's an E... The top three strings, strum open, is an E minor chord. But you put the G string, first fret, is a major chord. Top three strings. Right? And you're just doing that. The open E. Right. Right. You know, that's the same. Right. It's really very similar riff to that riff. So it's 1, 2, and 4 on the G string. It's all part of an E major chord. It's all play on the E major chord. Can you see me? Right? That's, and then the open string, it's like a country riff. Right, low E, high E. It's kind of, Van Halen does that, right? They're all based off of an E major chord. There we go. And I'm back. There we go. I don't really know drop dead legs is really in a drop D tuning. It's just like A. So like a D over A. But that's not really how it's played. That's playing it in an E standard when it's really in a drop D. I'm spilling my coffee, am I? Yeah, I don't know, lay it down. Sorry. And it's not really a request channel. So, shouting the same song over and over again is an ineffective strategy. You can't get a sound anywhere that good, even with the patches. What do you? So on the input, there's actually like a little meter. You got to pay attention to that meter. You make sure you're not overblowing the meter, And make sure you're not way down in the bottom of the meter either. You've got to be, you got to be hitting that at like 3/4 on a pretty regular basis, to get the sound of the guitar in there. Sort of moving that around until you hit the sweet spot is like 99% of getting a good tone out of any of the software, really. And some of the software I find, if it's even overdriven just a little, it just sounds like absolute garbage. You have to be, they're real sensitive. I think THU is the best for taking an overdriven, working with like a crappy signal and like doing something with it, that isn't just garbage. You almost hear like digital overdriving happening in some of the software packages, right? It's not quite, they're very sensitive to the input. Really, really, way more sensitive than THU is. I think THU, it compensates more on like a hotter guitar. You're more likely to have a weak signal into it than maybe an overdriven. But again, just watch the input meter. It's all about the input meter on that thing. Is this a new Gibb? No, I've actually had this for what? How long have I had this, guys? 2 years? 2 years. This is a 2017 model. We were looking at the colors earlier to see what the current colors are, because they change colors pretty frequently. And I think this is a 2017 color. I'm 99% sure this is 2017. I don't think you can tell from the serial number, the year, but I'm 99% sure the Ferrari red was 2017. And they don't make it. They have one now. We were looking earlier. It's baked maple now. This is not baked maple. And the one now it's kind of like, what would you say that was, like a candy apple red? I'd say candy, not candy apple, like a dark candy apple, something like that. Do I use a noise reduction plugin? No, but it does have, I'll give you one little tip about THU if you have it. Up at the top, in the master section, there's a noise gate, okay? Hear it? That's the noise gate completely off. Hear the noise? That's it, off. This is at its lowest setting. Still super sensitive. That's at minus 79.5 dB. All right, so it doesn't take much to squash it out. I usually keep it at about like minus 79, like 0.0. I find that's a little bit better because you don't have noise breaking through when the volume's up. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty quiet. No, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. There it is. Hear it? There it is. It's off. And it just gets rid of it. You remember I'm running a big friggin' fluorescent lamp here. Okay. Let me get out of here. Again, that's in the master controls. And it's a compression-based, gate. Right? So it's almost like it's got like ducking, right? It's a really, really good smart gate. It's not one of those gates that's like quick on and quick off. It's a slow gate. It's nice. Works great. No, I don't think there's a compressor in this. Let me look at the lineup on this. This patch, does this have a compressor? No. It's got a chorus, 2 amps, the DB Mark and the Burn Sphere, a delay, a reverb, and the M Vintage, which is basically the Marshall cab. with two mics, an SM57 and what's the B mic? They call it the Austria Gold. That's probably, what, AKG? Yeah. That's a dual heavy rig. If you have my patch bank, yeah, that's a pretty common patch. Probably appears in the patch bank at least 2 or 3 times. Because one of them is just like it's got a heavy delay, so you can do the... let me see if I can find it here. It should be close by. I don't keep it too far. Is it this one? Yeah, you know. You know, so you... No. Oop, gotta quiet it down. All right. So you'll it's in there. It's in there. It's all in there. Now, where was the one I was using? Dual heavy rig. This one. Other common ones that I've been using are the DOD. Yeah, that's pretty good. Silver Jubilee. Oh, that's loud, huh? Big mid. I feel like that output is driving the output, though. Much better. Yeah, the silver, and then dual heavy rig. Am I hitting this yet? And then lastly, the Have lead. This is more of a mid Marshall. Love this sound though. All right. There you go. There you have it. I've been playing this one lately, though. I've been kind of liking this one. There you go. How do you not get jaded with guitar? Okay. That is actually a really good question. That is actually an outstanding question. And I have the answer. All right? You ready? You might want to write this down. Okay? 3 words. How not to get jaded with guitar. Now, prepare yourselves. This is some serious Zen shit gonna come out right now. You ready? Keep buying guitars. You think the silver? Yeah, really? You think the Silver Jubilee sounded like talking? It's brighter. It's without a doubt brighter, I think. Okay? I can't tell you how many times I've like tripped over something. What the hell is this in the middle of the floor? Oh my God. That's right. I bought that guitar. Oh my God. And it's like finding treasure. And you open it up. Oh, right. That's right. That's right. I have like a, you know, I have this $2,700 guitar I just completely forgot about. You know? Oh, it's in my way. But here's the great thing. You just sell those guitars and you buy new different ones. It's like a new, right? If you could only do that with your girlfriend, right? It's it's a wonderful time to be alive. It really is. With all the guitar buying and everything, it's just a wee bit brighter every day. The weight of the world gets you down. Yeah, you got the, and I've said this before. Guitars will get you through time of no money, better than money will get you through times of no guitars. Never forget that. Oh. Hey, Friedrich. Guten Morgen. Exactly. Now I need another guitar. Did your wife mind? Mine used to care, but she lost hope. Yeah, that's what we call the overwhelming strategy, okay? Where you overwhelm, right? You overwhelm the potential negative, influence to your guitar buying until they just say, you know what, I don't even care anymore. That's a place you want to be, right? Right. You want them to get jaded. You never get jaded because you keep buying guitars. You see what happens? Okay, they get jaded. They lose it. They give up. Okay, but not you. You win. You win. Never forget that. I don't care what your boss says. You are not a loser. Not when you have 57 guitars when you get home. Oh, Tony, did you get the Chrome Boy? Look at you. Just pack it up, right, for Christmas. Go, what did I get? Oh, a Chrome guitar. Oh my God! How much are these? Like $100? What are these? Are these like 200? This is not the PV. This is the EVH. Yeah, exactly. Tell you. Yeah, this guitar is so cheap. They wrap it in tin foil. Now don't scratch. No, it's you gotta get there. There's gonna be like a tooth mark in the corner. I thought it had a chocolate center. I thought it was wrapped in foil. No, the correct number of guitars to have is X plus 1, where X equals the number of guitars you presently have. The correct answer is X plus 1. Oh, thanks, Logan. Well, you gotta be careful. Ozzy might be cool, but Sharon ain't. It's not Ozzy you have to worry about, it's Sharon. How many licks does it take? Didn't we find out the answer was 3, right? A 1, a 2, a 3. 3. I used to be able to play it. It's hard because his stuff is not. It's like he always does these like groupings and like weird timing stuff. I mean, his timing is impeccable, but his groupings are a little weird. You know. So your audio isn't going out into speakers. Oh no speakers. It's hard to run speakers at 1:50 a.m., which is really 2:50 a.m. because we've already had the clocks turned back. No, just headphones. I run direct. I always want run direct. Have a good one, Walter. Yes, Sharon's hand rubbing intensifies, yeah. Oh, this is good. Sharonoid. It just finished, was a Starbucks French roast. My wife was like, are you making a pot of coffee at like 11:45 p.m.? I'm like, I am. I'm out. I want a cup. And yes, I am. So I'm officially done it. I try not to have any coffee after like 1 a.m., 1:30 a.m. Best bridge pickup? Oh, I don't think there's a best. So many different good ones out there. A lot of good ones. You know, we're not short of decent choices. That's all. Right? There's a lot of there's no wrong answer. I mean, eventually you can get to some crappy pickups. For the most part, any of the major players out there usually have pretty good. I'll tell you one pickup that I didn't really like. People really love the video on it, but I can just tell you right now, it's a very, very narrow use case pickup, and that's that that blackout for metal, that thing is really, really hot. So friggin' hot. Like, I couldn't get it to get clean on anything. I swear to God, it sounded like it was overdriving the friggin' preamp in it. I almost wonder if I should put, like, 2 batteries and an 18-volt rig in it, just to try to raise the headroom. Because it literally has, like, internal crackles to it. There's really nothing you can do. I could turn the volume down as much as possible, and it still crackles at like that position because it's so, and it's digital. It's not digital. It sounds like electronic overloading, right? It's not good. It's not good. Now for metal sounds, of course, it sounds incredible, right? But it's sort of a one-trick pony. Unless you have like a really heavy distortion like I did in like all of that video, it's really not that great a pickup. The blackout, instead of the blackout for metal, just the plain blackout is a much, much better pickup, I think. And more versatile. Way more versatile. The blackout for metal is so friggin' hot. It's practically unusable in any situation other than like really, really heavy distorted amp, or like what I had in that video. Well, we were at 253, but then we hit daylight savings, and now it's 153. Hey? You changed your clocks back yet, bro? Yeah, DiMarzio Super Distortions are good. The PAF Pro is, I think, one of my favorite pickups. I like, I like the Duncan JBs. I like the Duncan 59. It's a great pickup. A whole bunch. I even like EMGs. A lot of people don't like EMGs. I love EMGs. Nothing wrong with an EMG. They sound good. These are the Wolfgangs. All right, Arizona, no daylight savings, right? Yeah, I guess, although you have farms in Arizona, don't you? I think the whole thing about daylight savings was for farming, right? But I gotta think there's farming in some farming in Arizona. No, too desert. They don't farm even, I guess, anything. No, nothing. No ranches out there. I guess I'm thinking more like Texas, right? A little bit more humid, not quite as arid. Hey, what's up, Johnny? They farm sand, yeah. Cotton in Arizona, yeah. I gotta think they have something out there that would get people up early. I mean, that was the whole point of it, right? Was to make farming easier. And so you weren't up at 4 a.m. in the summer months. I gotta think there's some farming out there. It seems like there's farming in pretty much every state. What's up, Tone Lives? $7:57 a.m. in Germany. So did you already turn your clocks? I'm trying to think now. That would be, that would be 6 hours. Which is normally, right, that's Central European time. Would be 6 hours. So you must have changed, what, last weekend? Yeah, cotton, oranges here. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there's usually something in every state. Don't even get me started on the cranberry bogs around here. Because of you, my wife says you need a cat. There you go. I kind of know rock and roll hoochie coo, right? He made it clear this isn't. It isn't. It's whatever I feel like. It's whatever my mood is. Pretty much. Any new guitars on the way? I don't think so. I know that Vola wanted to get something out to me. But I think they're waiting on stock. And I think we're going to get the neck back for the Frankie soon, because like I said, they were asking me about my shirt size. That tells me they're looking to throw a shirt in with the package. So, that could be soon. What else? That's about, I think that's about it. There was some new Harley Benton stuff, but I've done a lot of, I do 4 Harley Benton guitars this year. I didn't feel like doing that, maybe take a little break from the Benton stuff. All right, Krellbar, have a good one, buddy. What got me into guitar? Watching Hee Haw when I was a kid. I remember I started guitar when I was 6. Watching Hee Haw, Roy Clark on Hee Haw. I just thought it was so cool. And that's pretty much it. That's what really got me started. And the fact that the guitar just showed up at the house one day. And I took lessons for 4 years straight from age 6 to 10. And then took a little time off, right? From lessons. Didn't really even play guitar all that much for like a couple of years, like ages like 11 and 12. And then 13, I started getting back into it again. And by 14, I was buying new guitars. I was full on back into the guitar again. But yeah, it was Roy Clark. In fact, one of my biggest regrets is just not going down to Nashville and going to the Grand Ole Opry and actually, he played there on a pretty regular basis. You could go see him, he pretty much had a residency, and you could go see Roy Clark. And I really regret. There's a couple of shows I really regret. I remember I had tickets to go see Ray Charles with Dizzy Gillespie. Dizzy was sitting in with Ray. And I couldn't go because I had a big exam the next morning, and I knew the kids. I didn't have a car, and I knew the kids I was going with were completely unreliable, and there was no way I was going to get back. And I could tell this was gonna end in a fist fight. Okay, that's how that was going to go, and me trying to find my way back out from Western Mass all the way back to Boston, and I was like, no. So I didn't go to that, and I did wind up seeing Ray Charles though, like years later. And had really, really good seats because I was there on a press pass. And then the other one, I missed Quiet Riot opening for Black Sabbath because the kids I was with couldn't get their shit together, and we were dicking around for like an hour and a half. And we finally friggin' got down there and walked into. Good night! Saw them walk off stage, waving. I'm like, you guys suck. And Stevie Ray Vaughan. Never got to see Stevie. And I had so many opportunities, too. The one I really regret was when he was in town with Jeff Beck, and they were doing Jeff Beck was on the... Guitar Shop. Was it Guitar Shop? What's the name of that one? He was on that tour, and they were sort of double headlining, right, taking turns who would close. And God, what a show that must have been. Beck with Stevie Ray, and they were playing out at Great Woods, and I just was like, oh, I'll catch him next time. Ray Charles was your first concert. Nice. Got to see Roy twice in one day. Oh, nice. Wow. Again, regret not seeing Segovia. There you go. Yeah. Saw Quiet Riot in their later years in Tucson. Yeah, this was Quiet Riot. This was in 1983. They were opening for Black Sabbath. Okay. Quiet Riot could not... They were probably a bigger band than Sabbath at the time. In 1983, Quiet Riot ruled. They came out with their single in the spring. It was like a mega hit by like June. By like May or June, it was like a big hit. I think it came out in like March or something. A big friggin' hit. And Come On Feel the Noise and Bang Your Head. Two big friggin' radio hits. And went to go see Sabbath and just could not see them. I did see ZZ Top, though. And we drove down there with no tickets. We just bought tickets out front from scalpers. Lick It Up. Yeah, Lick It Up is A, right? Something like that. I haven't played that song in so long, but I know it's right. D over A, G. I can't sing that high. Paul Simon. Yeah, I almost saw Paul Simon. I was at the Paul Simon. I was at the show in Central Park, but it was so hard to get in the gate. It was so crowded with people. It was such a mass that a crush of people that we gave up like halfway through. We should have just pressed on, but we didn't. And we wound up sitting right outside the actual grounds. They had a police line all the way around, and they had cops like every 5 or 6 feet. And so, like, if you cross that police line, they even said, I go, can't we just come in here? She's like, no, you've got to go through the entrance. I was like, all right. So, we just stayed there. We could kind of hear it. We were close enough to hear it, but we couldn't really see it. And, trying to think. I don't think I ever saw Cheap Trick either. I was supposed to go see the Kinks when I was like 14, but I couldn't go. They were on the that live album, One for the Road tour. Oh my God! But then they wound up playing my college, like years later. And but they only I knew so many Kink songs, but that day I didn't know any of them. I'm like, oh my God, they're not playing anything. And the only one they played was they didn't even All Day and All of the Night. They didn't even do You Really. They didn't do You Really Got Me. They did All Day and All of the Night. But there was so many songs. They didn't do Superman. They didn't do, God, what's the other one? Celluloid Heroes, Round the Dial. God, I could name a whole bunch of. You could fill a book with the songs they didn't do. I kept saying, my God, I know some of the Kinks material. I'm not hearing any of it. They think they finally did play Lola. They did do Lola. See? I don't know that Dickinson is a full-time airline pilot, but he definitely can fly a plane. Is Cheap Trick playing in Lowell? Where, at the Lowell Auditorium? Where are they playing? Is it at the Lowell Auditorium? Yeah, Triumph. Yeah, the other one I regret is I didn't see James Brown. Such a huge fan, and he played like down at the Cape Cod Coliseum. I missed it. He played at the Kiss concert, which is that's a radio station around here, Kiss 108. He like headlined. They do a festival, like an all-day show, and I think he was the headliner. And another year, the Bee Gees was the headliner. Another show, I did wind up seeing Barry Gibb, which was an amazing show. Very emotional. God, such a good show. But I would have loved to have seen the Bee Gees. So friggin' talented. I'm trying to think who else. I've seen the Stones many times. Never saw Zeppelin. I did see The Firm, though. Remember that band? I did see The Firm. Yeah, I've seen the Stones. I saw the Stones. I had amazing seats for steel wheels. Like, stunningly good seats. Like I said, you knew you had good seats because in our row was the chicken lady, right? The woman who owned this like chicken restaurant on the edge of Boston, like literally, like 2,000 feet from the edge of the city, and like the last stop before it switches over from Suffolk County to Norfolk County, and down there at Fontaine's Chicken. And it had a big neon chicken, and the chicken would like wave you in. Kind of looked like the chicken might have been was a weird thing. If you were looking at it, it's like, is that chicken waving us in? What's that chicken doing? Is that chicken waving us into the parking lot? I'm seeing something going on there. Yeah. And she was in our row, the chicken lady. People were yelling, "Chicken lady!" Never saw Black Flag or the Ramones. I would have seen the Ramones. I wasn't into Black Flag at all, though. Wasn't into any of those. Sort of, what would you call that? Thrash? No. What was it? I'm trying to think of what would you call that genre? That it wasn't really alt. Like thrash punk? Sort of like... I saw Foreigner and Joe Walsh was the opener. And let me tell you, man, that show was friggin' amazing. I forgot how amazing friggin' Joe Walsh was. I was like, oh my God, he sounds killer. And then Foreigner, I was like, all right, I'll probably know half the songs. I knew every song except for one, which was probably from their new album. Every time they launched a new song, I was like, oh right, that's right, that's a Foreigner song. Coheed and Cambria. That's one of those. The only reason why I even know them is because of Richard Christie. You know, wearing a diaper to go see them. It's a level of commitment. Skate punk. Yeah, Black Flag was skate punk. There you go. Punk, hardcore. Hardcore. That's what I'm thinking, hardcore. Yeah. Yeah, it's basically a guy yelling into a mic and guys playing behind them. Not together, mind you. Not together, you know, but they're playing. Yeah, probably the biggest band around here that was sort of hardcore was like probably Gangrene. I took a break, music therapy, Laz. I was on for a while, then I took a break. I came back. It's only 2:16 a.m., but it's really 3:16 a.m. as the clocks turn back. But you know. I never got to see Boston, but I really wish I saw Boston. Never played Boston, right? A weird thing with that band. They would not play around here. And they're really bizarre like that. But Beetlejuice was a Beatles cover band that had Brad Delp as the main singer. And they would play down at Mosley's, which is where, if you were from around here, if you went to that Chapman event, that's the hall. Same Chapman event was in the same hall as where Beetlejuice used to play. And that had such a... I wanted to go to that show so bad. I kept saying, I'll go. And I never wound up going. Of course, Brad wound up, dying in the... I think the band had broken up long before that, but I always wanted to check out that it's almost like the Fab Four, right? Like a really, really high-end band, like doing Beatles covers. Yeah, they might have been around here for the Third Stage tour, now that I think of it, when that song was around. I want to say, pretty sure they played around here. But other than that, they don't really play around here. That's a weird thing with that band. Do-do-do. I feel a yawn coming on. That's never a good sign. Oh. And so it begins. I recommend the J-Craft RGs. Oh, no, J-Craft is good stuff. Any of the MIJ stuff is good. Pretty friggin' good quality. And then in the same place they have the J Custom, which is even more expensive. But the J Craft is really good. I quite frankly even think their premium stuff is pretty damn good. How do I feel mentally versus physically? I'm getting a little tired. Not gonna lie. A little bit. Have a good one, Coots. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I think I'll wrap it up in like 10 minutes or so. Get to bed by 2:30, which is really 3:30. I saw Ozzy on the Ultimate Sin tour. And I saw Dio twice, including once on Halloween, which was quite a few people dressed up in costume. That was and I think I had like front row or close to it, second row. That was a really good show, that Dio show. Those both were Vivian Campbell. Those were good shows. I remember those both being really good. Yeah, Rockman's shot way up. I had one. I probably had the X100. Coffee cup is sadly empty. Yeah, I've seen Motley Crue a bunch of times now that I think of it. I've probably seen them like 4 or 5 times. Always good. Wait to see Motley Crue. The girls are dressed like streetwalkers. I think you're thinking of they were dressed like Vince Neil, especially if it was 85. Vince was full on glam in 85. I remember my driver's ed instructor said that like one of his first concerts ever was the Beatles at Shea Stadium, Sullivan Stadium, Shea Stadium. And he said that they bought the tickets for the outrageously scalped price of $10 each. The face value was $2.50. And they paid $10 each, and we showed our parents, and they hit the roof. $10. Oh. He goes, it was worth it. I go, could you hear them? He's like, not really. But he goes, but I did. He goes, you could see, they were there. You know, this is long before screens or anything like that. He goes, but I was there, and there were Beatles were there, and it was crazy. Yeah, I definitely saw Crew on the Theater of Pain tour. In fact, I think I saw them twice on that tour. I think they came through in like 2 legs. You know? It's like they'd come through at the start of the tour, swing around the country, and then come back through again like 6 months later. It's the same friggin' tour. Only 12:20 a.m. there. Yeah, it's 2:24 here, but it's really 3:24. I remember some friends of mine saw Quiet Riot at the Paradise. I think Motley Crue played the Paradise, and then they quickly moved up to playing the Orpheum. I knew so many dudes going to that friggin' Motley Crue show at the Orpheum, which is like what does the Orpheum hold? 5,000? I think 3,000? 5,000? And something like that. It's a pretty, it's not a big, arena show. And then, boom, next thing you know, they're playing Worcester. Worcester! Worcester. So I think Shout at the Devil was when they played the Paradise, and I want to say, oh, you know what? Shout at the Devil, that might have been the Orpheum show. Now that I think about it, that might have been the Orpheum show. And when they came back for Theater of Pain, and they had the hit with Home Sweet Home, was when they were finally moved up to Worcester. They're playing out at the Centrum. I do need to go to bed. I really do. Johnny's making a good point right now. He's a level-headed friend I never had. And you always knew when they were coming out because they'd play Frank Zappa's Crew Slut. And be a crew slut from Joe's Garage, which I was listening to the other day, is a goddamn masterpiece. I forgot how good songs like Lucille has messed my mind up, but I still love her. I don't care what anyone says. Vince Neil is a great vocalist. I'll tell you this. Vince Neil back in the 80s sounded friggin' amazing live. And I saw him a bunch of times. I was like, man, he sounds really good. I saw them in 2012 when they were doing the tour with Kiss. And Vince sounded good. But I think it was really, they were very smart to put the 2 female backup singers there, kind of, as a little bit of eye candy and, their vocals, their high vocals, really, that's what really reminded you of the original studio, track. Without them, I don't think it's quite as sounding like the same as like Motley Crue did back in the 80s. But back in the 80s, man, he sounded friggin' real good. I know, I don't need to work tomorrow. I don't need to work. Tomorrow's Sunday. The Palladium out in Worcester. I don't think, the only thing I saw there was the Crank and Skank Festival, which is a ska festival. And the only reason I went was to go see Toots and the Maytals. Sadly, Freddie Toots Hibbard, who was old, he died of COVID complications really early too. He was one of the first famous people I had heard of that had actually passed away from COVID. And I think was he 80? Was he like 80? I think he was 80. He was Toots was up there. You forget how old he was, He's been around a long friggin' time. Yeah, Vince is real tough now. Yeah. $1.25 toll booth. Yeah, it's weird. There's no more toll booths, dude. All gone. If you want to drive the Pike, you got to have the Easy Pass. You know. Have a good one, Melon Husk. Well, it's 2:29. I should probably head off to bed because it's really 3:30, and at some point I should go to bed. At some point. But I was still up. Had a fresh coffee. Figured I'd come on. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, they said they were going to end well, not the toll booths. They got rid of the toll booths. They just didn't get rid of the toll, right? No, but they said they were going to get rid of the tolls because the Pike had been paid for. The tolls were only supposed to cover the Pike, but then the big dig. Like it's going to cost $2 billion, and by $2 billion we mean $22 billion. It's like it's a little bit of a cost overrun. Go until dawn. Damn. No, it's the winter. Only the summer can we go to dawn because dawn shows up around 4:30 a.m., 5 a.m. Right now, dawn's not showing up until 7 a.m. right now, somewhere around there. Yeah, I meant the tolls. Yeah. All right, dudes. Well, we have a cat. Nah, she's out like a light. Look at her. She's asleep. She was sitting in this chair. I had to move her. Are there any other cats? No. No cats. No cats. All right, dudes. Now I really am going to go to bed. I'm finally getting a little tired. No, you rock. Thanks for hanging out. My little extra special show. My little double extra late show. And there you go. It's nice when I drive in Boston with the big dig. Sucked during construction. No, I know. Oh, we needed it so bad. That friggin' the elevator, it sounded great at the time, except, God, it was horrible. The tunnel was so much better than the elevated highway. God, it was so friggin' bad. But I was working in Boston when they were constructing the Zachem Bridge. I probably have photos from like the late 90s out on a booze cruise, right? They'd pick us up on the Charles River, right? Our office was at 1 Mem Drive. They'd literally pick us up there's like a little dock there. We get on the booze cruise and go through the locks and get out into the harbor and go cruising around. And I remember going under the Zachem Bridge and it was like halfway, like just the steel just stopped. Big open spot. They hadn't quite, still working on it. It was crazy. All right, dudes. Well, I'm gonna go. No, you rock. And there you have it. We'll talk soon. I'll see you in a week. Maybe sooner. We'll see. You never know. All right. Have a good one. No, you rock. And we'll see you in a week. There you go. Yeah, I love booze cruises, right? Nothing wrong with a booze cruise. All right, dudes. Have a good one. We'll see you in a week. And there you go. Later.